let me explain why it's so important to be filled with the Holy Spirit. You see, this is a question that the disciples were actually asking Jesus before he ascended into heaven. Up until this point, Jesus was their source of God's power. But Jesus was about to leave and expected them to do greater works than he did. I mean, can you imagine that? I bet they were begging him to stay, and they were probably asking him questions like, how are we supposed to do greater things than you if you're not here to help us? Now, right before ascending into heaven, Jesus commanded the disciples to wait. He said, don't do anything yet. Wait for a few days until you're baptized with the Holy Spirit. And then he told them why they were being baptized in the Holy Spirit. And here's what he said. You will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes upon you, and you will be my witnesses, telling people about me everywhere. You see, the Holy Spirit is the source of God's power. Without the baptism of the Holy Spirit, we have no chance at doing the works Jesus did, much less greater works. And now you probably realize why the baptism of the Holy Spirit is such a sensitive subject in the church. Some denominations believe in it, others don't. The woke church simply ignores it to make sure that nobody gets uncomfortable. So where can we lay the blame for so many people being sucked into the ravages of woke Christianity, neglecting the baptism of the Holy Spirit? Why? Because the Holy Spirit is not just the power of God, he's the Spirit of truth. Without the Holy Spirit, we have no chance of discerning truth from lies. And that's why people fall for clever race theories. That's why people celebrate the bondage of sexual perversion. That's why people ignore the slaughter of babies. And that's why people believe everything they hear on the news and then live their life in fear. That's why we need to be filled with the Holy Spirit. We need God's power operating in our lives, and we need to be able to discern truth in the most deceptive time in history.